SOA birthday event, which is a breakfast event.
2014 marks the 90th birthday of the South African Optometric Association. The association, as was the country, went through the untold experiences of unjust occurrences. But it is also true that where we are today, the association is also coping well under the changes that went with every sector in the country. The debate should continue of whether is optometry correctly defined and positioned within the current health dispensation. I have got my personal view, but I think the consensus is that we are not. Our successes has always been defined by how we are doing in private practice, as opposed to how is the profession positioned within the health sector. And I think that is the challenge that all of us must acknowledge and be able to say, maybe the focus must change. It can no longer be about why is the medical aid paying us this. It must be how much are we worth.
For me, it's always been quite natural to be a member. The way I see it, I'm an optometrist, and the only organization that will represent my interests as a professional is and has been the Optometric Association. Especially in this very quick changing world of today, we as optometrists have to be well organized to withstand the forces threatening our existence. We need a strong association with visionary and inspired leaders. We should be at least allowed the same scope in ocular treatment as the general medical practitioner. We are well enough educated for this function. We are clinically better equipped, and we're better skilled for it.
Today to launch 2 new products, which are a new result prevention, which offers protection from harmful UV light. Also going to be launching today a new product called Visible Stylist, which offers you an opportunity to provide the patient with prescription lenses and sunglass wrap frame.
The thing about this company is that it's not only speaking to South Africa, so time goes on, we'll be able to share our articles with the rest of the world. So we don't need any rules in that, so as time goes on, we'll be able to log in and maybe do some more functionality. But for now, we just focus on being able to read it.
I also want to congratulate the SAO and some of the initiatives, and the fact that they're moving into the e-health and mobile space is actually very important, because for those of you that graduated under us, things have changed significantly. Students don't want to come to lecture. They're all getting tablets now, so that they can watch us from their bedroom, in bed, I presume, or on the beach.
There has actually been quite a movement, a significant shift away from how we do business. And we're preparing ourselves to move together with the world.
So we're training differently, and we're challenged to do that as well. I think it is exciting times. The millennials think differently to the way we think.
As an optometrist, I am more excited about the future of optometry than I have been for a long, long time.
When we came in as young optometrists, we found that other optometrists who eventually made this profession what it is when they started in 1924. Maybe a profession got it to be registered with the Health Professions Council. In actual fact, the Professional Board for Optometry and Dispensing Opticians is a child of the SAOA in the strict sense of the word. Before the profession was recognized officially, it was 50 years later when the dream had started in 1924. We are beneficiaries of that. So becoming a member of the association is not like a purchase at Checkers or Pick and Pay or whatever the shop. We're not selling anything. We're preserving legacy. The biggest challenge that we have is our faith. And we got faith in us. And I've met so many people who have lost the faith. You know, they'll do anything to mess the system up. I'll get as much as I can get. I don't care what everyone else says. But somebody made it a point that you are where you are. Somebody made it a point that you can call yourself a professional, that you can say, I am an optometrist. What can you do others of faith? And let them find that place that you found, probably in a much better position than it is today. So in this 90th birthday, we actually say thank you to you as our members who have taken the time to come to visit.
A lot of these benefits are managed by the so-called middle clearing houses, etc., and are charging these admin fees, 15%, 10%. Are we going to start reviewing these fees and looking at the feasibility given our tight economic constraints that we're experiencing at the moment?
The biggest thing the scheme looks at is the impact on their bottom line. This is my job, is to actually go to our schemes and say, we administer and say, this is the benefit we should be looking at. We've managed already with one of our schemes, the optometric consultation is no longer paid out of the optical benefit. It's paid out of the same benefit that the GP visits and specialist visits, etc. is paid out.
And the SAOA or maybe the HPCSA look at the viability of the admin fees and maybe ask for a reduction and say that 15%, 10% is not bound anymore.
Look, the challenge at this point is that the regulatory framework keeps the SAOA away from negotiating those kinds of things, because then we go there as a cartel. We're basically a monopoly of practitioners who are now setting fees within a competitive environment. So we cannot. The issue is that the HPCSA has got slightly more power to deal with it, but I'm sure you have seen the challenges that the medical profession already has on the introduction of a reference price list or guidelines in terms of pricing. So you can imagine, when it comes to us, we can't even begin to do that because even council itself has not been able to overcome the hurdle at this point.
We have to be extremely careful that we're not viewed as a cartel of optometrists that were working together to keep out somebody like an unregistered person from owning our practices.
What's critical to a scheme is member access. So if they are putting a network in place, they must be sure that the members have very good access to the network. The scheme wants to know that the members are being serviced and that the members are being serviced to that.
Medical aid contracting with network, is that legal or can it be challenged?
Completely legal, unless there's a contract in place that those admin fees can be deducted, they can be charged.
The SAOA has actually decided to deal with the game-changing things and not the things for popularity. So we've chosen to fight a different fight, and unfortunately, it's not an easy fight, and we will get criticized in the internet. But when we do win where we are focusing on, things will change permanently.
I do encourage you that if you want to serve your profession, please put yourself up for it. It's always easier to kind of stand behind and look at it from your vantage point and raise the issues. But I also do think that people with commitment and with skill need to be able to put themselves. The challenge we would have is you really don't want in any of our organizations or optometry in general to have people who are not committed.
The focus of the association now, I believe, is exactly where it needs to be. So yes, we've got a lot of stuff that niggles, but I believe the future is bright.
And congratulations to the SAOA on their 90 years. Those grey hairs that he has are mostly because he's in an organization that's 90, it's 90, it's 90.